Hello to all my retro game friends out there, vintage video game friends. I hope that everybody is doing fantastically well. Today I'm going to be responding to the, I guess I would call it the bombshell YouTube video done recently by Karl Jobst or Jobst. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce his last name. We're going to react to that, talk about that a little bit, kind of throw my 2 cents in there. I want to hear from you all too, so definitely stick around. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, the like button, all of the YouTube thingies to help grow this channel. We're having a lot of fun with it and want to continue to grow out this community. All right, let's dig into this thing. So first off, let me say that Karl's YouTube channel, I really enjoy it. I've watched a lot of his videos before. They're very, very well done. The production is well done. And then also just the way he kind of lays out his storytelling when he's kind of going through the points that he's trying to make. He constructs his videos very, very well. And so recently, just a couple of days ago, he put out a video that was talking about graded video games and the recent price movements of them. Because of course we've seen the Mario 64 game at $1.5 million. We have a Super Mario Brothers game that Rally Road bought for $2 million, a fractional share company. And there's been a big stir about these prices. Not just, I mean, even before this video, there was a lot of folks talking about it and kind of, you know, what does it mean essentially and all those things. There's been a lot of speculation about it. And so Karl kind of tackles some of this stuff in this video. And one thing that I will say just kind of right out of the gate, when I watched this is a documentary type video. It's 52 minutes long, and just the way that it's done, to me, it reminds me of just kind of a regular documentary. And so what I try to do when I'm watching these things, and this is part of being a child of a divorced family, okay? And you're probably wondering, what does that mean? Well, I have been, you know, mediator between my mom and my dad for 30 plus years. And so I understand kind of both sides, looking at all angles of something. What I see when I watch the video is there are a lot of tie-ins that don't look good. They do not look good for the parties that are involved in this video. I'm not going to do a bunch of spoiler type stuff because I want you to watch the video. I'm going to put it in the video description. Go through it and kind of decide for yourself, but certainly doesn't look good for the people that are in this video. Now, the part about seeing all sides of it is I would like to be able to, when I watch something like this, to hear from all angles. So I have not heard a response from Wata yet. Now, granted, I'm just putting this video out here, so there might be a response coming, or maybe it just came out as this video is being released. But, you know, is there going to be some sort of response from Wata or the individuals? There is a response from Heritage Auctions, essentially denying the allegations, I suppose, in the video. So that was a recent statement. I don't know if there's going to be anything beyond that, but basically it's a statement that was put out just saying that there are statements in here that are in this video that are not true, essentially some of them, but didn't specify what, of course. And you know, we could go back and forth on all those things, all those details, but they did put out a statement denying the claims. And so, you know, will there be more information that comes out? Because, right, this is a good starting point, I think, is when you watch this video, you're like, okay, I've got information to work with here, but what do all the other parties have to say about it? Is there context that's missing? That's what I would say too. Is there any piece of context that could be missing here? You know, and if not, then there's not. And like I said, if the claims are true, it does not look good. It's not good. It's not good at all. And it's stuff that, you know, when we talk about shill bidding and different things, these are things in the collectible space that every collector / investor wants cleaned up. And you might be saying to yourself, like, well, what does this guy that's talking have? You know, of course he's not going to say like, oh, this is a great video and everybody is bad in the video, because he is an investor. And let me first say, I am a hybrid of collector investor, I would say, in the graded video game market. I just started buying graded video games a couple of months ago and started my YouTube channel, this particular YouTube channel, about a month ago. So I'm new to this space. I'm not a long-time collector. I'm not an authority on the subject. And so just take that with a grain of salt. I'm not coming to you proclaiming to be a video game expert, graded video game expert, okay? I'm new in this space and I'm learning, I'm documenting my journey along the way. But this video was important to talk about, I think, to address, because it's a big deal. I mean, I've seen it too in Facebook groups, wata Facebook groups. There's a lot of chatter on this subject. What is it going to mean for prices, I think, and what does it mean for wata grading or CGC grading or any of these companies? Does it stifle this market, or does it, what sort of implications will it have? We don't really know yet. We don't really know. I will say that with my buys and some of the things that I've shared, I've got a few up here. I've got Excite Bike and Mario Brothers, and I've got a Atari game as well, Yar's Revenge, and a Donkey Kong and television. I buy first for collectability's sake, so I think that's one thing that should be noted. Do these six-figure sales, these seven-figure sales affect me personally? No, because I'm not in the market for seven-figure games. I'm not, or even six-figure games for that matter. My total collection is not even five figures. Okay, so just to give you an idea, I've got a dozen games, I've got 10 games, this is not going to affect me. And you might say, oh, but the trickle-down effect, it does affect you. Not really, because I don't view the markets the same. The game that's selling for $1 million to me, that's a completely separate market than the game that I'm buying for $300. Now, maybe you could say that there is some correlation. I think that those are two different markets. I think each game in itself can have a different market depending on the scarcity, the rarity, the set, which console it came from, all of the above. So I believe that there's a lot more nuance to this. I think what happens a lot of times is people watch a video, they read an article, and there's a broad brush painted of, this is this or this is that, without really taking the time to dig through, dissect it, debate it properly, and kind of come up with a conclusion. It's always kind of quick conclusions, and it's part of the way that our media is nowadays. With social media, you're scrolling, you catch a headline, boom, 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 and then so that's where I say, I need more information for this particular video. First, Karl did an amazing job, and the amazing video, just putting it all together. I just want to kind of hear, for me personally, for me to make any sort of definitive decisions on whether or not I'm ever going to buy a wata graded video game again, I would need to see a lot more information. I want to see, from all sides, I want to see it. For me personally, like I said, I like to collect these. I would like to have a set of the first 30 black box NES games graded. And to me, if this means that prices drop on those wata graded games, then I'm probably a buyer in that market, because I'm basically set collecting it. I am collecting it, but I'm a hybrid. I'm a collector. I have a family. I have responsibilities to where I can't just throw a bunch of money at something and it goes to zero and I'm just okay with it. And I think that a lot of people, if they're honest with themselves, if they are collecting certain things, I think there are just true 1000% collectors that are okay with values. They spend $100 on a game. If it's worth zero, that's okay because it's part of their collection. I do think those people exist, but I also do think that the majority of people are hybrids to some degree, because they want to see their collection at least carry value. I carry more of a Rudy at Alpha Investments type mentality with my collectibles buys, is that if it can gain 4 to 7% over time, if those are the gains that kind of smallish gains, just regular type gains averaging out over time, then I'm great with that. I don't need it to double, triple, 100x or whatever. I think I've got reasonable expectations, and that's what I really love about this market, is that I think over time we've seen a lot of spikes and price bumps in collectibles over the last few years. I think when it all balances out, it's going to be good stuff. So, and then also it's the collectability. They're awesome display pieces. I love them. So what is this video's effect going to have? We will have to wait and see. In the short term, I think it probably does have an effect on just the market as a whole. I'd like to see what comes out of it, though. I'd like to see if there's any more follow-up information before making any judgments. But like I said, I mean, look, there's a lot of claims in there. If they are true, doesn't look great. Doesn't look great at all for those people that are in it. But again, I want to see how this thing plays out. So this will be kind of the initial reaction video. There will be follow-up videos, I think, to this, just to kind of see how this plays out. The market in general, we're going to talk about, graded video game newsy type stuff. So yeah, as more information comes out, we'll certainly be kind of talking about it. And again, I want to hear from you all too. But for me, in the kind of the short to medium term, it doesn't stop me from buying games, because again, I'm operating on the lower level of this. I'm operating in the few $100s, $500 games. I'm not buying $5,000 games, $10,000 games, $100,000 games, or $1 million games. So that's where, it's, to me, I'm just going to kind of watch it and see and just enjoy the ones that I've got. Guys, thank you very much for tuning in today. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day. Stay healthy, stay awesome. I will talk to you again later.